Hello everybody, I'm Master Wabbit, and let's keep playing Pyre. Previously, we did a liberation rites against the dissidents, and we managed to let our good friend Gilman go free. Back to the Commonwealth. There's Shax the Titan Star. What do you mean you can't concentrate when I'm yelling? Relax. Okay, that's my one destiny thing, alright? Just the one. So looking at the planner, we have the Essence we need to face off against. We got Pyre Hearts. We need to face off against the Withdrawn. No, we've already faced against the Withdrawn. However, I do need to get the Cairn of Haub. That's one of the landmarks I still need to hit up. Very well then, reader. Once more you shall face Udmild and the Withdrawn when next the stars align. We may set course for the Cairn of Haub at dawn. For now, please get some rest in the remaining dark of night. Alright, someone wants to chit-chat, but more importantly, I got some notes to take down, so BRB, just doing this real quick. Alright, took some notes. Bertrude, what's up? Following the successful outcome of the Liberation Rite, you find Bertrude muttering something to herself. You hear some of the words as you approach. Shouldst thou seekest darkness, then may nightfall come to thee in time. Shouldst thou seekest courage, then may bravery soon bloom within thy heart. Shouldst thou seekest water, then may the oceans open wide for thee. Shouldst thou seekest fortune, then... You recognize it as the Bog Benediction, though you have never heard it said aloud. An old blessing of goodwill from the southern bogs, never uttered there in modern times. The bog dwellers bade their more adventurous brethren to go forth and seek the other peoples of the land. Then Bertrude sees you there and cuts short the chant. Care thee to explain thy presence, reading one. We were amidst an invocation which must now begin anew. 'Tis for the Worm Knight, if thou needest know, to speed him on his homeward journey. The Worm Knights are a distant kin. Unlike their ilk, ours have but passing interest in the sea. There within the depths we have long seen that which is to be seen. Nevertheless, the distant kin is kin. That foolish Worm Knight, surely he could never have survived his years if not for divine aid. Thus we provided him more. Then perhaps the Worm Knight, easily underestimated as he is, perhaps he shall turn out to be of some small benefit as part of Sandalwood's designs. She glares at you intently for a moment. Mistake thee not these actions for affection, nor for a longing for the loudness of this place to escalate ever again to volumes such as only his incessant shouting could achieve. Now, leave us, reading one. The invocation must be finished ere the Worm Knight finally arrives upon the shores beyond this land before his homecoming. She turns away from you and then begins her chant again. Shouldst thou seekest shelter, then may the elements be merciful to thee. Shouldst thou seekest kinship, then may thy kin hold memory of thee. Shouldst thou seekest darkness. You leave her to the benediction. The Worm Knight's absence is already felt. You know, however, that he will strive with all his might on your behalf there, on the other side. Nothing new, huh? Bid thee farewell. You know, I think if I actually mouse over it, cursing the scribes, sometimes it'll say, like, wants to talk. But yeah. Okay, well, let's continue along our journey then. There's no time now to return to the Moonlight Alcove as before, as the stars already urged you on. Everyone is ready to make haste for the Cairn of Haub. So I suppose this is the way the game makes sure... Oh, Volfred appears... No. Hang on, hold up. First, my thought. This is the way the game makes sure that you are able to get all the lore, I suppose, because having it be completely RNG with getting every single team and landmark and area to go in, kind of rough. But, now with that out of the way, Volfred approaches as you fly above his hidden lair at the Moonlight Alcove. You cannot help but wonder if you shall ever return there. Oh, dear Alcove, I've asked my agents to break down the place. It soon shall be gone, if it isn't already. We shall not be returning. We've not the time to do so anyway, and with Orlok back among the living now and no longer fond of me, I dare not think what he would do with it. Unfortunately, hiding places are of little value once they're found. Once all of this is over, those of us who do not manage to return, we shall have to find another place to live. To try to live, at least. Yeah, it's, the game's really wrapping up. Gotta dig that music, though. It's so good. The forbidding cairn of Haub lies below. Not many exiles see fit to cross beyond it. Some fears that the listless remains of Shaq's 6 shoulders shall snatch them up if they attempt to cross. Others simply do not want to pass through the flagging hands. The bone titan slain by the scribe Haub the Swallow. None dared approach the withered fiend, whose plague had spread half across the valley. Hold up, how did the imp take out a massive thing like that? Okay, sure. I'm sure it's in the lore, maybe. Few know its true significance as we do, although your adversaries, though withdrawn, should be on their way now. Soon you shall confront them once again. Alright. Bertrude expressed an interest in taking this route to the cairn of Haub, or you sense unusual presence here bearing word of your adversary, Udmild. You know what? Let's land here in the Lick Sand. The Beyonder Crystal seeks Volfred. I was beginning to wonder when you would return. Alright. Oh, but something's on her mind, though. Why are you doing this? Reaching out to me again, like this? I have been abandoned in this blasted rock more times than you could count, reader, and each time I have laughed it off, like so. She laughs. I feared it would be different this time, before I knew that someone else would come around and pick up where the previous idiot left off. But now? She scoffs, then falls silent for a time. Well, it seems there may not be a next time after this, if what I am to understand about the stars out there is even a half-truth. So then, I can anticipate an eternity of utter solitude, without even the blasted rites to keep me company. Understand that, while I may be apparition in a glass to you, I yet retain a shred of self, and do not happily foresee that outcome. And yet, you keep on coming back to me like this. If this is all in service of a torment, then you are most cruel, O lovely reader. Commendably so, I have to say. So then, am I to understand you wish to spend more time with me, thus, knowing full well the stars are soon to put an end to this little affair? As if in answer to her question, you feel what seems to be the Beyonder Crystal itself. Beyonder Crystal seems to be pulling you away. Return to the crystal surface. The ancient sorcery that sentenced Sandra to this crystal prison is not something to be trifled with, but stay with Sandra for a while longer. If you are able to provide some welcome company for her, then you shall do it. Sure, I'm single and lonely. You focus your mind and remain where you are there with Sandra in the confines of the Beyonder Crystal and remain there with her for some time. No words need to be exchanged between the two of you, and in the darkness snare, for once, she does not feel alone. Soon enough, however, she bids you to depart. You shall leave these idiots of yours listless if you remain here for too long. Be gone already, and let me know if you have need of me. I need a scribe trial. Certainly, who shall be the target of my wrath then, would you say? It's gotta be Volfred. There we go. Probably the last time I need to use this because Volfred is the final member of our team. You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Volfred. That fancy-talking sap, you mean? I shall be interested to see if he has learned something since last we sparred like this. Then let us bring him forth. Soon Volfred appears in heat of the summons. So it is my turn then, is it? Then let us see what we can do, my boy. Cannot cast arrows or jump like other races. Yep, that's one of the downsides of a sap. Super good at defense and not much else. However, we got 7. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, sap. You answer to me here. As you will, O Sandra the Unseeing. Proper as ever, then, though I wonder if you have the wherewithal that you project. Show me, then, what you can do without the benefit of those whom you would lead, and let us see if you and your lovely reader have reached a thorough understanding as of yet. Okay. Oh, boy. Nope. No. Oh, boy. This is going to be very, very rough. Nope. Nope. I'm back. Not that I needed to throw it. it's just good to do that rather than... Alright. Oh, right. I need to... Come here. You want it? Come and get it. Dunk! Alright, so that's basically the secret, is that get this here and then... Whoa, oops. Didn't mean to do that. Take that. Get that dunk. There we go. So, by the way, they're saying Noxalis. I'm grateful for the privilege of your time, good Sandra. Real quick note. So, much earlier in this Let's Play, I mentioned that they are speaking a conlang. I did a little bit of extra research. That conlang is called Sarin, and Noxalis is the Sarin word for night wings. So, anytime when we win, you hear Noxalis, that's what they're saying, the night wings. So, flattery shall never get you anywhere with me, sap. Nonetheless, your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. Loading screen, it's a loading screen. I had not seen that Sandra in some time. She has not changed a bit. But it would seem she left something for us, did she? We now have Lose Bow. Volfred's blink ability transports him farther than usual by 50%, only usable by Volfred. Accept the reward. Was there something else, reader? Nothing else is on our mind. Alright, there is a particular interaction very late in the game I'm waiting for. Alright, and that is a car outside. I mean, it is warming up out here. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting a visit from Dominic. And for those of you who don't know who Dominic is, y'all should watch Play Frame. Okay, some sort of entity lurks beyond the veneer of reality and beckons you to treat with it. Contact the Apparition. As you walk through a dark corner of Lixand, you sense a presence of some sort, which reaches out to you. It presents to you a vision of the adversary you expect to face in the coming rite. The Apparition is aware of your next adversary in the rites, Udmild. It offers to sway the coming rite against her in your favor. Accepting your adversary shall suffer a misfortune that inhibits her performance. Nothing permanent, it claims. Decline, and the Apparition shall extend its offer to Udmild instead. Any edge against your adversaries in the rites may be the difference that secures your freedom. Decline with grace. You may not resort to using such underhanded tactics. Well, considering that she's Udmild, I wish to get this. You thank the Apparition for its generous offer and accept what's proposed. A moment later, the Apparition folds in on itself and disappears. As you head back to the Black Wagon, you cannot help but wonder what exactly it intends to do. Udmild shall suffer -1 hope, presence, and quickness in the next rite. Victory at any cost. You're going to tell me off, aren't you, Faye? Faye seems to be speaking to herself again. She is unaware of your presence, or shows no signs of it, at least. Mercy, freedom, they are intertwined. Mercy shall engender union among all our different kind. Mercy shall engender union among all our different kind. She is reciting passages from the Book of Rites, though to your knowledge she cannot read. Freedom to the worthy. The downside cannot let us all go free. Thus, freedom to the worthy. Is that not so, O Saint Triesta? Is that not the conclusion which you formed with your 7 most trusted friends? She pauses for a while as though listening, and nods her head from time to time. Yes, I see. Well, I am ever grateful to you, Saint Triesta, for your guidance and your presence. And I wish all of your friends safe passage there among the stars. It must be so very beautiful out there. With your wings you can fly freely, can't you, Saint? You can visit me anytime, come and go as you please, from the stars all the way here. You do not need a pair of wings in order to be free, I know, and yet sometimes I wish I was like you, or like Miss Pamitha. But I know I am the way I am because I'm meant to be this way, and I know that you are always watching, so thank you, Saint Triesta Titus. Thank you, and your friends. She wanders out into the afternoon, leaving you to consider her words. In the Commonwealth, her unwavering faith in the 8 scribes would have been seen as a delusion. Such prayer or communion was forbidden. The scribes were mythical figures, but even they worshipped the stars, and it was the stars that lighted the way for the founders of the Commonwealth, or so its leaders taught. Alright, well, let's continue along our journey. There's only one place left to go. That is the Cairn of Haub. Halt! Everyone, I beg you, please forgive my rudeness here. The Black Wagon has shuddered to a stop en route to the Cairn of Haub. There is some commotion as the lone minstrel motions for everyone to be still. Someone is there, along our path ahead. He points into the distance. However, when you scan the horizon, everything is still. You see no sign of whomever the lone minstrel referred to. Still, he indicates caution. Strange. I do not believe I was mistaken. A tense moment passes, then another. Then the lone minstrel tenses up. Our guest. He is here. You look towards where he signals, and then at last, you see the cause of his concern. There is no mistaking who it is. Orlick stands there, near motionless, atop some forgotten rock jutting from the stark Badlands, a fair distance away. He stands directly on the path of your Black Wagon. Yet he shows no signs of acknowledging the wagon's presence. He appears only to be waiting for something, likely for you all. The lone minstrel gets your attention, quietly. Reader, what do your senses tell you at this time? Orlick may have come with ill intent. Orlick stands in your path. What shall you do? Press forward, turn back, or hail him. You have a right to get to. Orlick may wish to stand in the way, but he can be made to move. Confrontation outside the bounds of the rites forbidden. Orlick ought to be avoided. Orlick may be here to talk. If you reach out to him, perhaps you can communicate in peace. I mean, he knows the rites as well as we do. Let's say hi. There has to be a way to reason with Orlick and bridge differences between him and his former triumvirate. Perhaps he has come to negotiate. Perhaps you are correct. Let us try and make contact with him, then, as we proceed. You give the signal for the drive-ins to start the wagon and head toward him. But just as you reach the point where Orlick once stood, it seems our guest has already departed. Let us remain watchful as we proceed on course. Indeed, Orlick is nowhere to be found now. The unnerving encounter causes everyone to fall silent for the remainder of the trip. Your wagon finally arrives at the Cairn of Haub, where there still is no sign of Orlick or your next adversaries, for that matter. Your companions organize a quick search about the premises, leaving you to watch the wagon until the rites commencement. Page revealed the Cairn of Haub. That's good to know. And I wonder, oh boy, something is wrong. Someone is here alone with you. Yeah. Given present circumstances, now seems not the time to be focusing on the Book of Rites. Xylobones, the keeper from Jomir Valley. A little bit of levity there. Hey, buddy. Orlick seems to be examining various objects in the wagon. Whether he has noticed you, you cannot tell. What he is doing here and how he got in unnoticed, you cannot imagine. You watch him go about whatever he is doing, examining all sorts of things that you and your fellow exiles gathered on your journey. He shakes his head. All of these trinkets. This wagon, it is most different now. Welcoming, and yet I am unwelcome here, it seems. In my own wagon. He directs his gaze at you, acknowledging your presence for the first time. You, a mere shadow. Tell me something. Who are you to them? Orlick wishes to know your connection to the Nightwings. I'm the reader. I'm their friend. I am no one. I mean, he may as well know the truth of it. You sense no reason to mislead him because... But the relationship to this band has grown to become more than just your role in the rites. I am no one is little consequence. I'm not saying anything to him. Reader or friend? Reader or friend? I think reader is a bit more appropriate here. You tell them that your role among the Nightwings is as their reader. You have traveled alongside them for some time and bear the book together with the others. You are a fool then, reader. You let them use you willingly. Relay to them a message from me, Shadow. Tell them I shall have my night. He strides right past you towards the door, but then he turns to you again once more. I shall have my night. Then Yslach is gone. Oh, little chilling. But I believe, now that we're at the Cairn of Haub, we are done with all of the celestial landmarks. That's good to know, because, according to my notes, that just means I need to get... Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 3 more Titan stars, and I need to face off against 2 more separate opponents, specifically the Pyre Hearts and the Essence, and I think that's everyone. Yep, adversaries. Oh, and conduct liberation rites to reveal more pages. This will be completely done when we're basically at the end of the game, so no big deal there. Well, that was a little shaky. Several of your companions return as you exit the wagon. You explained what happened. However, none of them saw Yslach. Most concerning, reader, though I am thankful you are well. Yslach, he always was a peaceful individual, and yet his disposition is much different now. Perhaps we had best inspect the wagon for any signs of tampering in light of these events. You and the others conduct an exhaustive search in and around the Black Wagon for any signs of objects missing or tampered with, as well as signs of damage or foul play. The search yields nothing. No one finds any signs that anything was moved or tampered with. Even the drive imps seem calm. The incident leaves you questioning your own recollection of what happened. You try to clear your mind, for the rite is soon now to commence. Oh, hey, guys, you know, it seems awfully quiet now, I gotta say, without that slippery little character what used to hang around with you, I mean. Talks like this a lot, know what I mean? Hope he found that honor thing he's always going on about. We don't got that in stock just now. What do we got? When the bearer triumphant is banished, adversaries are slowed and cannot use abilities. Ooh, that's nice. All right, I need to keep that one. One of these... Oh, right. That's because Volfred has it, the Moon Crest. I don't really need Moon Crests anymore, so let me just swap back. Sell that to you. I can afford this. Proceed. I can't afford that, but I could probably sell something that is 31. I need something worth 10. Literally this. Proceed. Alright. Back. Before I commence the rite, I'm going to take care of this. Everyone has their specialties. Yep, upgrade to a talisman like this. This boy gonna be blinking. Alright. Let's commence the rite in the Cairn of Haub. The mood is more dour than usual as you make preparations for the coming rite. A hush has fallen over your fellow exiles, and a sense of dread hangs in the air. At least one of your companions is unfazed. We sense this influence of one of our own. She is nearby. Her mind, corrupted, calls out screaming. Canst thou hear it, perhaps? She speaks of Witch Udmild, the adversary whom you expect to face this night. The witch, she doth revere an ancient god undying and unyielding on this land and on her consciousness. We may attempt an exorcism here, for the conditions are unique, and she may not be expecting us to be abetting ye. However, 'tis a risk, upon her mind and mine own, although a worthwhile risk, perhaps. Bertrand seems to think that Udmild can be weakened somehow through the coming rite. Then the stars above begin to shimmer with their strange light. There, the Star of Yslach. Our adversary worships it, and whom it represents. Fixate upon that star, reading one, if thou so darest, invoke its power. Do so, and our adversary Udmild shall be emboldened, but also left vulnerable to our own sorceries. We may yet limit her ambitions thus. Bertrand asks you to invoke the star Yslach in this rite. So we have the Tattered Mantle. After your adversaries grasp the orb shall slowly sink rather than vanish. Alright, turn that off. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's all the room the stars have out here. So they shall be more cunning and much quicker to react. But yeah, plus 10% Enlightenment. This is not going to be an easy fight at all. I'm probably going to reset this one because I want this lore. But if we do this, something interesting happens. I have been holding on to this for this particular reason. Yes, the game is telling you fling the orb towards an adversary to get rid of their auras. Hi, Brighton.
Along with his remaining retinue of miscreants. You managed recently to rid yourself of yet another one. Your adversaries, the Withdrawn. As with you, they must be very desperate for their freedom. They shall not make it any easier from here.
What do we have here? Ye have returned once more unto our presence. We sense something among ye. Who? Bertrude slithers forth and gazes at her adversary. The maggot, we should have known. But Bertrude does not respond. Ye Nightwings, that one shall be of little benefit to ye. That one's sorceries are a mere pittance to the overwhelming might of Yslach. Soon ye shall see. Oh! Reading one, thou invokes the Star of Yslach, so then beware. Through our sorcery shall Udmil be cast into a hopeless doubt about her faith upon her god. It shall be done if we prevail, but only if our own mind shall perhaps be forfeit otherwise. It seems that through the outcome of this rite, either Udmil shall be permanently weakened, or Bertrude shall instead.
Go on, then.
Alright, bring out Volfred. Let me get... Thinking about who I want. I think I want Pamathon. And you know what? Let's bring in Faye. Yeah, Faye.
Very well.
What is this terrible presence all around us? It cannot be the scribes, it cannot. Ah, now the Nightwings ye wish to mock Yslach. Ye in your infinite foolishness shall be among the first to suffer. All you, girl.
Now begin.
Oh, not good. Oh, not what I thought was going to happen. Nope. Grab that. Run. Nope, not the button. Oh, no. Volfred.
Didn't see it coming.
Man, this is... Oof.
The Withdrawn banished to the last. In goes the orb.
Boom, baby. Nope, not what I meant. Nope. Go in it. Nope, didn't mean to do that.
Her wings have served her true.
Okay, saluting with Y. Oh, okay.
Best not get overconfident, Nightwings.
Nope, not what I meant to do. All right, you're gonna run. You're gonna jump.
Beauteous.
Yeah, baby. See, wretched ones. Yslach, art thou even listening to us? Dost thou yet live? We believe in thee. Thou must be out there, lest our purpose for existence be for naught. Such pain we shall inflict upon ye for this insolence. The scribes cannot protect you, and their ancient tests shall all be for naught. All right. There we go. I don't really need the money anymore because I've already got all the lore associated with that.
No more than a lick of flame remains.
Whoops. Not good. Oh, that's really not good. Oh, no.
Hilda sets herself ablaze.
That's really not good. But... come on.
I'll take it. Oh. Be gone.
Taunt. Oh, not what I meant. Oh, no. Yeah, Volfred!
It's done.
I was going to try and do the taunt for, you know, other stuff. Whatever. Whew.
Meanwhile, their adversaries wallow in defeat.
So by winning, while having Yslach...
How could this be? How could this be? Yslach, answer us! Yslach! Yslach!
with which Udmil continues with her screaming, having been defeated in the rite. You observe Bertrude there, fixated in a meditative pose.
There, Udmil, relent, relent. Thy god has not abandoned thee because thy god is dead. Thy god is dead. Pray to him all thou likest, yet it shall do thee no good.
As Bertrude recedes into the shadows, not shadows, Udmil slumps down, staring at nothing before her.
Impossible, this cannot be. Answer us. Answer us.
Udmil suffers negative hive hope permanently. May the scribes have mercy. In case we ever need to face off against her again.
Now in the wisdom of the scribes.
Oh, new mastery.
Someday that even Volfred
Long did I
failed
bide
to
my
see
time in
the
anticipation
light.
that one day the Night Winds would reform under a common cause. To be a part of it myself, it nourishes the spirit. Okay, when Volfred and his allies are banished, adversaries are slowed and cannot use abilities. I think that's everyone, though? Let's do that one. Okay.
Now go and wallow in the downside for a while.
Back at the Black Wagon, you find the lone minstrel examining your fellow exiles after they thwarted the Withdrawn in a solid performance. It is plain to you that none of them look well. The lone minstrel notices you there and turns to you. Reader, the faster turning of the cycle of the rites has put a strain on everyone. We have multiple cases of banishment sickness this time. It is fortunate that your other companions are available to conduct the coming rite, because I fear that this group here requires rest. You bid Volfred a swift recovery, and he nods weakly in response. You exchange a look with Faye, who seems to be exhausted after the last rite. As for Pamitha, it is clear to you she wishes to be left alone right now. You leave the lone minstrel to look after them and turn your attention to the stars that remain shining in the dark outside. Faye got banishment sickness. Volfred got banishment sickness. The stars yet shine for you, revealing various paths forward. You gaze into the darkness of night. Seek now your destination. Kalamer, Lou, Auras. All right. Looking at the plant. Ooh, the essence. I do need to face off against them. Are the Pyre hearts available? Nope. Nope. There's the essence there, but So if I defeat them here, what's going to happen? They jump down and we face off against the Fate. And I do need to face off against them eventually, so why not? Let's go back to the Glade of Lou next time. So until next time, everybody, take care.